you did some urban modeling in
Yes.
around the 2005
Was it for the Celebrity Catwalk?
Black Men magazine
Oh,
and so
Black
forth.
Men. Okay, yes, those extravagantly nasty pictures.
Well, you talked about how you regretted getting breast implants.
I did. I don't think they printed everything that I had said. I did regret getting them the size that they were. They were huge and not good. So I think that what happened with me and boobs, I think people misunderstood what happened, and it's not for you to understand. But I was the only a person in my family that didn't have full breasts, and I used to get teased a lot. So I think I went overboard, and that's where the regret came out of them being so big. I just should have got some, but a little smaller.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you get them redone or?
They're out.
Oh, you took them out completely?
Yeah.
Aha.
I'm done.
How long after?
Oh, I waited 10 years.
10 years.
10 years. I went through the whole thing. I'm like, you went there, now you got to live with it, So I took them out, and it's fine because I stretched them out enough. they're decent now.
Okay.
But I recently did that right after Castle. Just took them out.
Okay. What do you think about plastic surgery and where it is today? Because breast implants have always been around,
Yeah.
but the whole ass thing is
Okay,
relatively that was not around when you and I were teenagers.
No, and I don't like it. I don't like it because it's atrocious at this point. I mean, I've talked about making special toilet seats for them big ass girls. Like, you don't need that. That's like a fetish that you're feeding into. That's not genetically normal. Like, maybe if you go to Africa, I've seen women that have natural big butts. My mom has a natural big butt. We call her Big Booty Foxy Roxy. Like, there are some big butt women, but everybody gotta have a big butt like that. And it's just tiny, tiny waist and this. And then what are you saying with that? That's what I want to know as a woman. What are you saying?
Well, the most interesting thing to me about it is, like I said, breast implants have always been around. They've been around for a long time, but they've always been done by doctors.
Right.
Whereas the ass thing started out and to this day is still a back alley motel room kind of thing.
It's very dangerous.
Yeah, like a big portion. I interviewed Cardi B.
Okay.
And she got illegal ass shots when she was stripping. And I asked her if she thought about the danger of it, because, we reported on women dying, or losing their arms and legs from infections and so forth. Kay Michelle went through a series of surgeries recently to get rid of her implants, I guess. And, she said, well, all the other girls were doing it. I had it done. I'm not quite sure what's in there.
In order to get lipo, where, they put the fat transfer in your ass and your ass get bigger, you need to have fat. And I did not have no type of fat. Like, I'm naturally skinny, and then me stripping, I used to get popping in that pole. You know what I'm saying? So I had super six packs, no fat in my body. I had enough fat to put some in my ass, but I was desperate to have a bigger ass. And then almost every girl was going to this lady that was getting the shots in Queens, and it's like, well, give me her number and hook me up. And it's like, I did what I did. And
but anything that's illegal is illegal for a reason.
Right.
You're not supposed to put that in your body. Now, if you go to the doctor and they say, we don't do that, that's against the law, then why are you hunting for that? Go do some squats, go do some lunges, eat you some rice and beans and some cornbread, and hope that you get a nice butt. Other than that, risking your life. I know who you're talking about, the hairdresser who lost her limbs. Her name is April. A friend of mine is good friends with her. She went, and she had a nice butt already. She didn't need to expand it. It was a nice, perky, but I'm not being sexual. It was nice. Then you see the before and after pictures when before the infection had set in, it was too big. Then the infection sets in, it's spreading throughout her body. They have to amputate her buttocks that's left, so you don't have a butt. Your arms, you can't do hairdressing anymore. I think her legs got cut off too.
Yeah, I mean, I interviewed Kimberly Smedley. She ended up going to jail for illegal butt injections.
She should have.
She did thousands of them. She made a couple $1 million of it, and she was doing celebrities.
When I first started, the price back in 2000, it ranged from $500 to $1,000. When I was arrested in 2012, the price was from $800 to $1,600, depending on the amount of cc's that the client received at one time.
Okay, because some people wanted, I guess, huge, and some people wanted just a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. And there was always a minimum, and then there was a maximum amount that you could receive at one time, and that's what lowered the risk of you running across any type of danger.
Okay. How many injections do you think you did over the course of your career?
In 12 years, probably a few thousand.
Okay. So it was rumored that you made about $1.5 million off of this?
In 3 years, yes, that's what the feds say. Yes, they went back from 2011 to 2008. So yes, the feds say they estimate that I made 1.5 million in those 3 years.
And yeah, the women were literally, they would have complications. And I mean, why do you think that women literally risk their lives for a bigger butt?
I don't know. I mean, if it was going to cost me my life to get breast implants, I wouldn't have never gotten them, And I did homework before I actually did it. I was thinking about it for 6 years. Like, what can I do to make sure it goes right? And who do I go to? I went to a specialist. He put them in. He was the same guy that took them out. He fixed bad boob jobs. So if you're going to do something to your body, then you want to do your research and your homework to make sure that you won't be affected in a negative way. So being okay with it's a possibility you could lose your limbs or not. I'm going to do this anyway. That's a mental thing you need to deal with before you even do that.
Well, I interviewed Tamika Raymond, Usher's ex-wife. And she almost died having plastic surgery. She went into cardiac arrest. And we talked about why she did it. And she said that
it was so stupid. Like, come on, you had a baby 3 months ago. You have a pooch because you have a big uterus. You just had a baby. Hello?
Yeah.
Why are you going to be insecure based off of comments, based off of blogs?
So you think that kind of drove you?
Oh, sure. Sure. I won't say that I'm ever led by what anyone said, because today anyone can say whatever they want, and I'll sit there stone-faced like...
Well, that's the other thing that I have a problem with, going abroad to get surgery, plastic surgery. Yeah. Why would you do that? Like, if something goes wrong with you, you can't go back and sue that doctor. You can't do anything because you don't know where that person is, or if they moved to a different shop from where they did you at because you're not from that country. I'm totally against going abroad and having plastic surgery done unless you have gone there and done your homework and met with the doctor and said, we'll come back in 2 months and do da-da-da-da-da, and talk to some patients of his or saw his before and afters and asked him in-depth questions about what you're having done. Remember, it's your body. You only get one. So whatever you're going to do to it, make sure that you're going to be okay. Everybody's body's different too.
Are you done with plastic surgery?
I can't say that because I'm an actress.
Explain.
I can't because I can't. Like there may be something I might need to do to stay active in working.
Well, you were in Janky Promoters recently, and you were scantily clad.
Yes.
Showing the body off and everything else like that. You look great, by the way.
Thank you. I'm trying to keep it together.
So, yeah, I mean, I see what you mean. It's kind of part of your resume, your look, and keeping in shape and so forth.
So far, so good. I haven't done anything that I didn't, got the boobs done, took them out. Who's to say that I won't have to get them back because I'm getting older and they might start sagging? Like, I don't know. I mean, I can't say, I might be 60 years old and be like, you know what? I know black don't crack, but can you give me a little lift? I mean, it's a possibility. I'm not saying that's what I'm going to do, but I can never say never with that because I've already been bitten by the bug.
Yeah. Yeah, it ends up being a slippery slope, especially when you start talking about faces and stuff.
Nah, that's the thing, though. Like, I'm really, if you know me, you know that I'm against cutting on your face. I don't condone that at all. I'm not against injections. You want a fresh face, you got a photo shoot you have to do. I'll go a month ahead of time and, hey, can you just like open this up a little bit?
Okay.
But you just don't know with this business. As far as face goes, I try to leave mine and age naturally and gracefully. But the body is, once you get your facials and all that stuff, that's fine. The body is what Hollywood is more concerned about. That body.
You feel that way?
I do.
More than the face?
I mean, yes, you got to keep your face together. You got to do your thing and be beautiful and all that. Get your facials and get your laser treatments, keep producing more collagen. But they don't want you fat. That's been an issue. For me anyway, the big boobs make you look way bigger than you really are. So that was a factor for me. And not being super, super skinny, but maintaining a good weight because the camera adds 10, 15 pounds. Yeah, that is something that's important in Hollywood.